السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome back to العربية بين يديك, and we are in الوحدة التاسعة, the 9th unit. This is التعبير المتقدم الخطابة, advanced passage. تعبير يعني expression. توجيهات لازمة لصحة الخطبة وكمال الخطيب. Some directions or some guidelines for لصحة الخطبة, for the correctness of the khutbah and the perfection of the khatib. So he has some points for that, just normal reading. التدرب على ممارسة الخطابة, فالخطابة ملكة لا تأتي دفعة واحدة, بل تأتي بالممارسة وبالمران إلى جانب الصفات الذاتية للخطيب من الاستعداد الفطري والسليقة الطبيعية من طلاقة لسان وثبات جنان. التدرب, تدرب يتدرب, is to train, to be skilled. تدرب على ممارسة الخطابة, to practice خطابة. So we should practice giving a speech, giving a khutbah now. فالخطابة ملكة. خطابة is a ملكة. ملكة يعني an aptitude, a faculty, a training, a skill. ملكة لا تأتي دفعة واحدة. It doesn't come in one go. لا تأتي دفعة واحدة. دفعة يعني one way, one time. There's دفعة also, which is to push. دفعة is one time, one instance. بل تأتي بالممارسة, it comes with practice, and ميران يعني practice again, experience or skill. إلى جانب الصفات, towards the صفات يعني adjectives, or towards the way of الذاتية للخطيب. It goes back to the personality of the خطيب. من الاستعداد الفطري, with natural protection. فطري يعني natural instinct, innate. والسليقة, سليقة is the way of doing something, and the natural one, yeah, سليقة is also the natural thing. والسليقة, natural talent. الطبيعية is again natural. من طلاقة لسان is from the profession. طلاقة could be frequency or facility of the tongue. وثبات جنان. Jinan is the body parts, I mean. But Jinan is plural of Jannah, gardens. So Jinan is plural of Jannah. But this is Janan, al-qalb. Al-qalb. So the firmness of the heart. Janan with a fatha is al-qalb. Second point, al-ilqa'u al-jayyid. A good delivery. فلصحة النطق والمجانية اللحن. So for the siha, correctness of pronunciation, majaniya literally means free, that means spontaneous, lahn, tone or way of saying. وَلِلتَّمَهُّلْ فِي إِلْقَى, and tamahul is to go slowly in delivering the speech. You gradually giving pauses and all that. والاستعمال الحركات, using حركات. والإشارات الصوتية, or body movements, حركات. And إشارات الصوتية, sound, vocal tones, up, down. والجسمية, and body also. المناسبة دورها في شد انتباه السامعين. It has a good role in شد انتباه, is focusing or tying up the attention of the listeners. وقبول كلام الخطيب, and acceptance of the speech of the khatib. So that is by giving good delivery of the speech. The third point is تغيير نبرة الصوت. نبرة يعني intonation of the voice. فمن أسباب ضعف التهذيب والتطرق الملل والسآمة إلى السامعين أن يتحدث الخطيب بطبقة رتبية على وتيرة واحدة. So from the means of أسباب ضعف التهذيب, weak effect. وتطرق, تطرق يتطرق is to reach, reaching. تطرق الملل, malal boredom, and sa'ama is also boredom. So because of your monotone, people are bored, and they're annoyed, they don't want to listen because you have a boredom. Sa'ama is also boredom. إلى السامعين, to the listeners. أن يتحدث الخطيب, that the khatib speaks. تحدث يتحدث بطبقة رتبية, with a level which is برتبية also, the hierarchy of his speech. على وتيرة واحدة, on one وتيرة يعني in one style. وتيرة. So he should change his tonal, up, down, he should do. حسن مظهر الخطيب, the appearance also he should be good. يبعث على احترامه ويجعله قدوة للمستمعين, which causes for his respect, and makes him as a قدوة, as an example for the listeners. جرأة الخطيب وثباته وانطلاقه دون خوف. The jur'a is audacity, but jur'a could be his courage of the khatib and his firmness, and intilaqihi duna khawf. Intilaq yani intilaq is to go, so his procedure, his way of doing things without fear. لجرأة الخطيب وشجاعته دور كبير في استرساله. So the courage of the khatib وشجاعته أو شجاعته. Shuja is the person who's brave. Shaja'a with a fatha is bravery itself. To be brave, dawrun kabir, it has a big role to be brave. In istirsal, istirsal similar to delivery or elaboration. Istirsal is to make something elaborate. Istirsalihi, in his elaboration, explanation. Wa thabatihi, and his firmness. Wastihdarihi, and to remember limaddati khutbatihi, of the subject of his khutbah. Wa shawahidihi, shawahid yani evidences also you could say. وهذا بخلاف مرتبك الخائف. This is difference between the one who is the speaker is fearful. الذي يضيع خوفه كثيرا من معلوماته. Who is this is مرتبك. Murtabik is a confused person. In contrast with al-murtabik al-khaif, the fearful, confused person, alladhi yudayyu khawfuhu, which is, it could be yudayyu also, I believe, which is his fear makes him lose kathiran min ma'lumati, makes him lose a lot of his information. That means he wants to speak, but his fear is causing him to lose out all of his information. Sixth point, اجتناب الخوض فيما لا علم للخطيب فيه. The speaker should stay away from khawd, yani go into such topics which he has no knowledge for khutbah. He's going and he's just guessing and all that. أو علمه فيه قليل, or his knowledge in it is very little. لا يمكنه من إشباع الموضوع. He's not able to إشباع yani fulfill the topic or justify the topic. وإقناع السامعين, and to convince the listeners. Bal rabaka yarbuku is to confuse. Bal rabaka yarbuku bal yarbukuhu, it'll make it confusing. ويجعل حديثه غير مفهوم, and it'll make his speech not understandable. ويفقد الهيبة والوقار, he will lose the awe and the fear. Waqar could be dignity. So he should not speak only things about he knows. مخاطبة الناس بما يعلمون, speaking to the people with what they know. ومراعاة مقتضى الحال وأحوال المستمعين, and he should be concerned about the situation he is, أحوال السامعين, and the situation of the listeners also. فكل مقام مقال, because every position has a speech. That means every situation you should speak accordingly. You learn in balagha, no? وَلِكُلِّ جَمَاعَةٍ لِسَانٌ وَحَالٌ, and for every group there's a tongue and a situation. Seventh is مُوَافَقَةُ الْقَوْلِ الْعَمَلِ. Muwafaqa, your speech should agree with your action. حيث ينبغي للخطيب أن يكون ملتزما بما يدعو إليه, where the khatib should be multaziman, should be implementing to what he calls to us. فلا يخادع ولا يتملق, he should not deceive and he should not flatter. تملق يتملق. عدم تكرار الكلام وترديده, not repeating the speech. تكرار يعني repeating it. وترديد is also repeating it. You should repeat it. فهذا ممل للسامعين وداع إلى انصرافهم عنه. This will make it the listeners bored. So you should not repeat yourself is what he's saying. Don't repeat yourself, and it will cause them to leave you. انصرافهم عنه. الحكمة والبعد عن تجريح وإثارة الفتنة. And the next thing you should have is you should have wisdom, and you should stay away from tajrih, wounding someone. جرح يجرح تجريح, wounding someone and instigating fitna. بل ينبغي أن تثير العواطف نحو الخير والفضيلة. It is important that you instigate feelings towards goodness and fadila, rise those feelings and nobility. وأن يكسب الخطيب السامعين. Kasaba yaksibu is to earn. Here it is, and the speaker wins over the listeners. Al-Khatibu Sami, he wins over. Then we have Al-Irtijal, which is doing improvisation. Irtijal is to improvise. فهو أوقع في نفوس السامعين من القراءة من الورق. It is أوقع, يعني it is more beneficial. وقع is to fall. So أوقع, more bring about في نفوس السامعين من القراءة من الورق. It's better than reading from a paper. ولكن بالشرط أن تكون معده. But with the condition that it should be what? Prepared. Or مؤدة. It should be مؤدة. لئلا يقع الخطيب في الارتباك وتخبط والحيرة. Because the khatib should not fall in irtibak, confusion. Irtabaka, irtabiku is to be confused. He should not be entangled in it. And takhabbut is also, he should not stumble. Takhabbata yatakhabbatu, stumble in the dark. He should not bungle it. Wal hayra, and should not be, hayra is confusion, bewilderment. وَيَفْقِدُ اهْتِمَامُ السَّامِعِ. He will miss out the attention of the listeners. For the remaining topic, تدريب اقتى, read للموضوع بقية. There's something else which is coming later on, maybe in another unit. تدريب اختر موضوعا وعيد فيه خطبة وألقيها على زملائك ارتجالا. He says what? Make a khutbah, اختار, choose a topic, and وعيد فيه خطبة, and prepare in it a khutbah وألقيها على زملائك ارتجالا, and deliver the topic to your classmates irtijalan, yani prepared. Don't read it from a paper. Okay, that was new words, a lot of new words here. Miran, practice. That is why at-ta'birul mutaqaddim. There are hard words here. Irtijal, extempo, like giving without any paper is called irtijal. Then what else? Yatamallaq. Yatamallaq was what? Tamallaqa yatamallaqu, to flatter someone. Okay. قواعد اللغة اسم آلة. اسم آلة, the noun of instrument. الأمثلة, أدرس وتأمل, study and ponder. أسعد إلى الدور الثاني بالمسعد. He's teaching اسم الآلة, the nouns of instruments. So there are some patterns, مفعل, مفعل, مفعلة. We just have to memorize them. There's no logic from what I know. Sometimes they make it on the pattern مفعل, sometimes mif'al, and sometimes mif'ala, and sometimes fa'ala for modern equipments. And these are some patterns. Fa'ul. Okay. I will climb to the second floor by the lift. Mis'ad. From sa'ida yas'adu, it becomes mis'ad. ثقب العامل اللوحة بالمثقب. ثقب is to drill. The worker drilled the lawha, the placard, with mithqab, drilling machine. The blackboard also, you could say. لوح. يستعمل الجراح المشرط والمبطع والمقص. مشرط is a scalpel in surgery. So the surgeon uses mishrat, and mibta' is a lancet. It's similar to a knife. All of these you cut ears. Al-miqas is scissors. And fourth one is ta'an al-haddadu bil-mibrad. The blacksmith uses. Mibrad is something like cutter, tool cutter. That was alif. Let's do ba now. Ba. يحتاج الحداد إلى ملقاة ومنفاخ. Milqat is the tongs. You hold something, no? And the minfakh is the air blower. So the haddad, he requires, the blacksmith requires milqat as well as minfakh. خذ المفتاح وأحضر لي المنشار والمنظار. Take the key and bring for me المنشار, the saw, not from نشرة, and منظار, the something to look, say the lens or telescope. حرث المزارع أرضه بالمحراث. And the farmer, he harvested his land with a harvester. محراث, and that's a plow. محراث is a plow. أجيم قرب للطالب المحبرة والمسطرة. قرب, make close to the student. The make close يعني give him. محبرة والمسطرة. محبرة ink pot and مسطرة scale. تستعمل في منازل مكنسة والمكوات. نستعمل, we use in our houses the broom and the iron. مطبخنا ينقصه مطحنة ومفرمة ومغرفة. مطبخنا our kitchen misses ينقصه مطحنة is the mill grinder. مطحنة from طحنة is to grind. مفرمة is a chopper. مفرمة from farama, يفرم to mince, the mincer, to chop. And the مغرفة, مغرفة is a ladle or a scoop. Ladle or scoop from غرفة يغرف, to scoop. دال اشتريت لمنزل الجديد غسالة وشواية وثلاجة وبرادة. I purchased for my house, the new house, غسالة, washing machine, شواية, griller, شواية شوي, and ثلاجة, fridge, and برادة is a water cooler, you could say. Something cools برادة, but ثلاجة is a fridge, so maybe a water cooler. برادة, because it's a modern this thing. Air cooler it could be, air cooler. ضعف بصر الرجل فلبس النظارة. The sight weakened of the man, so he wore glasses. تعب من المشي فركب الدراجة. He was tired from walking, so he rode a bicycle. استعمل الرجل القدوم لقطع الحطب. The man used the axe قدوم to cut the wood. حطب يعني firewood. قطع اللحم بالسكين. He cut the meat with the knife. اكتب الرسالة بالقلم الأزرق. Write the letter with blue pen. خذ فأسك. Take your axe. واحتطب ولا تسأل الناس. And cut firewood. احتطب is to cut firewood. Let us take it as a profession. ولا تسأل الناس, and don't ask the people. Don't ask people يعني money. الشرح تأمل الأسماء المشتقة التي تحتها خط في الأمثلة السابقة. On the names which are derived, on the nouns which are derived, التي تحتها خط which are underlined in the previous examples. تجد أنها تدل على الآلة التي يتم بها الفعل. You'll find that they are an آلة, instrument, through which a work is completed. فالفعل سعد يتم بواسطة المسعد. So the action of سعيدة or سعيدة, maybe سعيدة, I think سعادة, okay, with the scene is to be happy. سعادة يتم بواسطة المسعد. It is completed with the usage of a مسعد, a lift, وهكذا. وهذا يسمى اسم الآلة, and this is called اسم الآلة. تأمل هذه الأسماء تجد جاءت في طائفة ألف أو همزة على وزن مفعل. Little come on the pattern of مفعل. وفي طائفة باء على وزن مفعل. وفي طائفة جيم على وزن مفعلة. في طائفة دال على وزن فعالة. So it comes in these patterns. No? مفعل مفعل مفعلة. فعالة is for modern. وجاء بعد أسماء الآلة من غير قياس. Some of them are like that. They have no patterns. They are not fixed. القاعدة: اسم الآلة اسم مشتق من الثلاثي المتعدي للدلالة على الآلة التي يتم بها الفعل، وله 4 أوزان قياسية: مفعل ومفعال ومفعل وفعال. وجاء بعد أسماء الآلة غير مشتق ولا أوزان مختلفة من غير قياس. اسم الآلة is a noun which has been derived from 3 letters. المتعدي it is transitive للدلالة على الآلة, to show that it is a آلة, instrument. There's no logic, it's just you have to memorize. التي يتم بها الفعل, the work completes due to it. وله 4 أوزان, and it has 4 patterns: قياسية مفعل ومفعال ومفعلة وفعالة. And you can make others also. وجاء بعد أسماء الآلة غير مشتق. There are some nouns or some which came not derived. You just have to memorize for those also. And on other patterns also مختلفة different patterns without any قياس. هاتي في جملة مفيدة اسم الآلة يستخدمه كل ممن يلي. So you have to bring an instrument which these guys use. Like for example, we have Haddad, blacksmith. So he uses an hammer, mitraqa. النجار. The carpenter, he uses a saw, minshar. الطبيب, doctor, he uses something to look. منظار, something, lens kind of. Or سماعة, the stethoscope. الجزار, the butcher, he uses what? Sikin. I mean, it's, he's given it here. Oops. I was like, yeah, yes. But he's not given anything. He's just giving these words which are repeated here. That's what? هاتي في جملة مفيدة. You have to make sentences also. I mean, you can make it. الطالب, he uses قلم. هاتي القلم. الفلاح, the farmer, he uses محرث, the plow. الطباخ, the cook, he uses a ladle maybe. مغرفة. الحطاب. الحطاب is the what do you call it? The guy who cuts trees, woodcutter. الحطاب. So he uses what? فأس. He uses an axe. القدوم. هات اسم آلة من كل فعل من الأفعال التالية في جملة مفيدة. You have to make sentences. So كتب, مكتب, desk, a place of writing. But instrument of writing, I mean, using it for writing maybe. سعيد, مسعد. نظر, منظار. So why is it in one pattern, not something else? Well, we can't make new. You have to look in the dictionary. غسل, غسالة, washing machine. كوى. Why cannot make مغسال? Because they didn't make it. كوى, مكواة, iron. حفر. حفر, I don't know. محفار, محفار maybe. Something to dig. صرمة. صرمة is to cut off something. So مسرم. مسرم, to cut off. مسرم. سمع, سماع, stethoscope. درجة, دراجة, bicycle. درجة means to walk. مشى أو سعيدة, slowly. So cycle, they've started using that. مدرج also. But درجة also means to ascend. So lift is called مدرجة maybe. قسم, قسمة, to separate. So something like مقسمة. مقسم, distributor. وزن, ميزان. It was actually ميزان, the weighing scale, weigh. تدريب صوغ اسم الآلة من الأفعال التالية من جملة مفيدة. Same thing you have to do now. وسمة. Okay, وسمة is to brand. وسمة. So you could say maybe وسمة. You have to see the dictionary, branding iron. Then you have قصة, مقصة, scissors to cut. سنة is like a knife sharpener. سنة, so misan is a knife sharpener, a whetstone. فكة, scratcher, a screwdriver is called مفك, a screwdriver. جماعة, to gather something, collector. So مجمع, مجمعة, أداة للجمع. حصد is to harvest, so محصدة, harvester. بذر is to seed something, so من مبذر, seeder. قطع, so مقطع, cut something to cut. صرف is to let go something, so مصرف, a drain or outlet. صرف. And then جرفة. جرفة is a shovel, to shovel something. جرفة. So مجرفة. And رفع is to raise. So رافعة, or crane, something, crane. هذه في جملة مفيدة ثلاثة أسماء الآلات. He wants again اسم آلات on مفعال. So مفعال, مفتاح. You can make something. مفعال. I don't remember as of now. مفعال. What else did he give before? مفعال. منشار, منظار. ملقاط, to pick something up. Tongs. فعالة, غسالة, سماعة. I just remember two. مفعلة. مكنسة. And then you can see مفعل also. مفعل, which he, مبرد, for example. منشار. مطحنة. مفعلة. Okay. قراءة موسع إن شاء الله we will do in our next class. بارك الله فيكم. دروس من السنة الصحيحة we will do in our next class. بارك الله فيكم. جزاkallahu khairan. Then we have المفردات والتعبيرات, words of that, writing, and we'll be done inshallah. Maybe we can hope and we'll finish this unit in our next class. جزاkallahu khairan. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.